this kind of strategies do happen in competitions like this. Very excited to see what the outcome will be for this particular match itself. Now the game has begun, Leonard, but this game number 1 in this best of 3 series. The first team that actually gets to win and the series will become the winner series. One of them will proceed and crawl their way through the lower bracket, continue their crawl, whereas the other will be eliminated from the competition, being 5th or 6th place here in the Pokemon Unite Asia Champions League 2024 finals.
Honestly, Flavor, I'm going to tell you right here and right now, one shall rise and one shall fall. It is a battle to decide which of these two Southeast Asian teams is going to be going home and moving forward up the lower brackets here. So far, we started off with not too much of a skirmish here, just a couple of taps here and there, highs and buys, how's the wife, how's the kids, get a couple of points in here, and of course, with all this EV evolution here, you start to see a little bit of an edge towards that bottom part, but of course not for too long here, as the rest of the squad is getting that necessary leveling to get to that power spike. But they do need to find a way to really escalate Yambu's power spike here, because he hasn't really hit that level 5 with the boss move just yet here, and they want to try to be detrimental to this Squirtle before he actually get even more levels.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea on how to approach it itself, because right now that Squirtle is almost level 5. You can actually punish him at this point. You'll prevent that to actually become a 1 total 2K in the game. Slow his progress to actually make it into Blastoise as well. Meanwhile, we do see this Hooper together with Buzzwole combo up against the Squirtle together with Eldegoss. Still awaiting this rotation coming on from the mid laners into a respective lane to see which lane they're going to be putting on pressure. A little bit of support from the Umbreon as well, rotating towards the mid segment, leaving that Mew getting a little bit levels for himself on that Foxy, going up against a Sylveon and that Slowbro. And they're definitely going on to the middle segment over here. Of course, another rotation from Zoe as well, as they're getting ready for this Altaria family, together with Swablu's being here on the central area. No commitments, and while all that is happening, this created an opportunity for 2 of these Pokemon from central area as well as the bottom area to rotate the top lane and put it under pressure and clear out that war total away from the lane, and option for them to actually do a little bit scoring for themselves.
No, I'm totally fine with this, right? The thing is this, right? They know for the fact they're not really too pressured for EXP at the current moment, because they're all currently max evolution here. So might as well just take the chance, especially spotted and understanding the fact that EXP is currently a little bit more a priority for the side for Team Rise. They're not going to contest with the central Altaria family initially and decide to really try to keep this water in check. Look at the level difference right now. Buzzwole is level 7. He's currently in a position where if there's not enough interface to that top side, he's going to really have an absolute roll on this war turtle here. But then again, to the bottom side, a little bit of push back and forth here. Really nothing much happening but complete respect and understanding. However, the fight for this objective here, and we already see HT getting ready to pounce on his unexpected prey, and he does succeed as well. He dives in the mix as well, but he does spot the Dragonite, respect the damage from the Hyper Beam, and he will manage to punish the Umbreon in the process.
And while a little bit of disengagement coming up from both ends here, creating an opportunity as we have 5, the full village members from Team Rise here, taking an objective of Regirock. It's going to be in the hands, special defense as well as defense, buff for a period of time, and also opportunity for them to actually do a little bit of scoring. Meanwhile, it's a 1v5 situation here. Umbreon is not able to actually do much, and he has to disengage from all this. And meanwhile, since all that is happening at the bottom lane, they get themselves with the Reggie. We're going to grab ourselves with Reggie. It is going to be Regieleki here from the top lane for TeamMYS. I do believe they are committed to actually screen out team members from Team Rise to actually do a little bit of scoring for themselves upon this tier 2. Up into the sky, here goes the Hoopa Port as well. Just trying to make it. It's going to be the Buzzwole together with the Zawart, going to be returning back fresh and strong here. Continue that assault. Unfortunately, they don't have enough to actually push the team members of Team Rise away from the goalpost, and Regieleki will not be able to actually make any form of entry and providing any form of assistance into scoring for TeamMYS. And the game continues here. We're closing in to the halfway mark here, Leonard.
The thing is, usually, right, there will be a little bit of cost of concern when it comes in terms of damage output coming from side of Team Rise. However, if you look at the majority of the line on TeamMYS, not the most tankiest players in Sweden, especially since most of the damage is going to be mostly outputted from your Speedster HT here, and of course Night Mew Foxy. He does have his own way to disengage out of the fight with his Unite move. That's definitely without question. However, you can only get out for so long. And if you get CC'd out pretty hard, and there's a lot of CC coming in from the side here, Team Riot, Slow Beam, Fairy Frolic, you even have the Hydro Typhoon. There's a lot of things you really need to deal with, and don't even get me started on the Dragonite. Decent amount of damage, not nuking damage unfortunately, but still massive damage as long as the fight really prolongs. And this is something allows it, and it's pretty durable as an all-rounder. But nice timing with the Hyperspace Portal, really keeping an eye on what's happening across the map. Really well done, coming in from Yang. But on the side here for the Blastoise, unfortunately, he will not have the exact same assist or support and will fall, but don't worry, he won't be alone for too long as Dragonite will join him at the Pokemon Center.
Oh, that's going to be a big win for them. They managed to clear out the Blastoise together with Dragonite. Meanwhile, here at the bottom as well, they clear out together with the Eldegoss, making it a 3-man takedown from the side of TeamMYS, and they definitely have to do a little bit disengagement with a little bit survivability. Hit, commits together with Hydro Typhoon from the Blastoise, holding Yemo in position, and they manage to secure this takedown on that Buzzwole at the bottom lane, and they will decide to actually return back to their respective Pokemon Center and meet up with Nurse Joy. And this could be an opportunity for Team Rise to actually secure themselves this Regis for themselves. And meanwhile, while all this is happening, look at the Sylveon trying to do a little bit of scoring, but unfortunately,
you denied it.
Get caught a little bit while doing the animation for that scoring. Too close to call for the Sylveon.
I mean, definitely for sure. And also getting the nice pick off towards that bottom defense goalpost on the Zora and even the Buzzwole was pretty great. They were their 2 highest level Pokemon for TeamMYS at that time. Even though, sure, they couldn't punish the rest of the members, they did suffer quite a lot of losses before they actually got those takedowns. But getting those takedowns on Chaos on those 2 highest levels initially was still really great EXP necessary for their side. Although, yes, they're not in terms of leads, in terms of initiation, or in terms of points. But this is the part where flipping the Rayquaza would be the chance, would be an opportunity. They just need to find their opening. They're still lost CCs, but they was not able to take all these team fights on their own terms so far.
Oh, yeah, a little bit too late here for TeamMYS, as they did try to actually commit to that Reggie Lecky, tried to put a stop on him in the hands of Team Rise, but unfortunately they were able to actually secure it before they actually arrived. All commits with yet another Unite. It's going to be that Blastoise, but unfortunately even if Blastoise not enough damage. Big connecting coming from their side as well. They managed to clear out only Zora, one of the main cores for himself. Reggie Lecky makes an entry, making it easy for them to actually clear out and destroy that goalpost. And this time, it's going to be a counter coming up from TeamMYS. They cleared out the Grand Knight, going for a little bit of chase. Eldegoss gets cleared out here in the hands of Mew. Solar Beam once again, but did not manage to connect as it just misses a few hits on that Slowbro. But of course, it's going to be a very tankful Pokemon over there. Disengagement comes from both ends, and I believe that is a okay win coming up from both ends. You do get the goalpost for Team Rise managed to get the goalpost in. Meanwhile, TeamMYS was able to actually get their revenge upon their opponents.
But you see what I mean? That fight was a lot more better. It was literally on Team Rise's terms. So far, we see TeamMYS always trying to dictate the terms of the battlefield here. They're always initiating. They're always trying to catch fight in those 4v5. They understand there's true power coming from the lineup from Team Rise here. Team fight could be a little bit of a slippery and dicey situation for them here. They just need to find that chance. And guess what? They managed to spot the Umbreon here. Can they try to melt him out in time? But thank God, there's nothing to really displace him at all here. So the Hyperspace Portal will be able to save the Umbreon. But guess what? Rayquaza is here. The Umbreon suffering a little bit too much damage and control. Zora managed to get all the way to the back, succeeding in getting rid of the supporter here. Now the rest, they have no absolute healer, but he lost HT in the process. But the damage is significant. Nightmew Foxy, without any more damage to this, without the Dragonite, he dies all the way into the lineup. He says, I have no fear of anyone else in this lineup, in this composition. Let's keep this fight going.
I think there's a lot of commitment coming up, but you have to remember, Rise, they still have the Unite on that Blastoise.
I know, that's insane, right?
Online. Eldegoss also has his own at the same as well. Zoroark, quite unfortunate for him that he was actually getting picked on too early during that particular engagement, but he still also has his own Unite as well. Making 1v2 situation now, making it a 5v5 at the moment. Here comes an entry from the Umbreon as well, but it's not having the damage in any way, so he has to sustain all the damage on his own. Also commits, and is not able to actually mitigate this fight. He's going to say, oh, here comes the eject together with the Hydro Typhoon, but there's no follow-up coming from teammates as well from the side of Team Rise, but they're going to be managing to get the Umbreon together with the Hooper. Right now, Blastoise trying to make an escape here on the downside. Meanwhile, looking on the right side as well, Zora trying to make a little bit of plays, but unfortunately gets traded off here, leaving this Buzzwole to get the Mew are the only ones here surviving here at the Rayquaza pit. And of course, Umbreon returns back from the Pokemon Center, jumps back into the fray. Meanwhile, Dev does not have the Unite anymore at this point, but team member Slowbro together with Sylveon is returning back into all the heated action. Lone Quasar at the current moment. Snowbro was not able to actually sustain all that damage coming from their side as well. Mew getting a 2 KO streak right here and clearing out to get the Eldegoss from the enemy side. Now it's a 2v5 battle right now. Team Rise not looking good for them, and creating an opportunity here for scoring coming on from the side of Team MYS, despite them not being the ones getting that Rayquaza, Leonard.
No, but then again, they didn't manage to secure it. They just need to break the shield. If HC can do it, then they'll be fine. And he succeeds! He broke the shield, so it is already not able to get that instant dunk in with the 100 points. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the one. Team MYS comes in with one of their best composition, their best lineup, an absolute thrill, and they succeed on all levels. Unbelievable game coming in from side.
Oh man, this is an insane battle. It was non-stop action at the Rayquaza pit, and only one could actually come out on that, and it so happened to be Team MYS here for game number 1. And in all honesty, I think that I didn't mind it so much because Team MYS, it's very obvious. They came in.
Potentially being picked up here, so Snorlax being coming definitely puts it back on the ladder and back on the chopping block here. But of course, speaking of which, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be the second game of our best of 3 lower brackets, by the way. One of this team is definitely going to be either be sent home, or we might even see a potential game 3. Will it be Team MOS walking away with a 2-0? Or Team Rise bringing things back and bringing life to the Indonesia side?
Oh yeah, all this will be answered very, very soon. The timer has begun over here. We're 9 minutes, 25 seconds here into the game, and we'll see what will transpire. Meanwhile, we're going to be looking at the leading phase over here. They are going to be running that Mimikyu from the side of Team MYS on the central area. And of course, we're going to have Espion here running towards the bottom lane, putting a little pressure on the Snorlax.
Oh, no!
Together with the Sylveon here. Will Ice be able to actually make it? Yes, he will. The damage output and follow-ups coming on from Team Rise will not be enough to actually clear him out. But no biggie, no problemo. They're going to be continuing on back with things. Meanwhile, Mimikyu is like, you guys look okay.
You know, I love what Ice did as well, because he understands towards that bottom side, it's not going to be it's not a lane at this time that was very easy to pick up his Sylveon, so he understands, okay, I can leave you alone for a couple seconds, let me steal a couple of that wild Pokemon from the purple side. Although he only gets one, he's not very great cam clearer, let's be honest, but just enough to get some bonus EXP to share between the two sides here.
Of course, the Snorlax is going to be in the hands of Ice. Oh, the Rock Terms is out, but is the damage going to be enough? Over
Sleep?
here, he's about to sleep in the midst of battle, but the damage output is going to be enough as it's going to be the cross-soul.
Can it be a trade?
Even before the Rock Tomb actually because he was able to actually, just in case, try to be a little bit sneaky, try to make an escape. Rock Tomb once again here trying to chase out, but Foxy decides to actually make an escape here on the right side. He's going to be safe and sound. Luna seems like he's adamant from actually scan down there just in case that Sylveon decides to stick around and return back to the lane, which he will be. Meanwhile, here at the top lane, we do see a little bit of aggression by the Cleavable together with Lapras upon Blissey, as well as I think it is going to be the Garchomp here at top lane. Meanwhile, Altera family together with Sablus here on the central area, and just long-range commitments from team members of Team Rise.
I'm so concerned because the late game potential coming from Team Rise is absolutely solid. The scaling is great. The damage output they can actually dish out is absolutely phenomenal here, right? Now we got the goodbyes and we're still waiting out for that Garchomp to come in literally at level 7. But now the confrontation, the pressure, the rotation coming from the bottom side, they realize, okay, we cannot drag this game out for too long. We need to get some form of control. They got 1 KO, 2 KOs. Guess what? They want to try to get the third, and they will succeed in it. HT will not be satisfied. For Scraps, he won again those KOs for himself, and will also, I believe, break the first goalpost 2 minutes, I guess less than 2 minutes into the game.
I don't think that's something that you would want at this point into the game, and you give all that to the Mimikyu himself, putting at level 8, clearing not only the Espion but also the Blissey together with the Garchomp. Oh, that's going to be very, very punishing for Team Rise. Now Team MYS is going to be taking on this opportunity. We do have a level 9 on the Mimikyu, level 8 on Lapras as well. Meaning that he doesn't have to play around with that. Try to wave any more.
That is insane
stopping
damage.
that Snorlax from actually making away. The snipe was not able to actually connect, hitting off on the Snorlax on your side to actually go up instead of going down. Even while the snipe misses, despite Snorlax just sleeping in the grass. Regirock has a brain. This is going to be the next objective that these guys are trying to chase out here. Ice marching forward, coming in those less than half HP. Voice recovery coming on as well, and the Secure is going to be in the hands of Snorlax here on the Regirock, meaning that it's going to be amplification of defense, special defense for the side of Team MYS. But this is not stopping Team Rise from actually continuing on their assault upon them here at the bottom lane. So going out for the chase. all this damage output coming right, even from the Aspeon, still insufficient to clear out anyone from TeamMYS.
The thing is, this is totally fine for them, right? Like they are fine with giving up the objective. It's just a Regirock anyway in the first place, right? They were a man disadvantage, and they're also a little bit prioritizing in that poke capabilities on the Inteleon. And the beauty about the Garchomp in this case here, he's just one of those few Pokemon where you can just really solo objective, and he just needed the farm. He finally got the Garchomp before getting that Regieleki when he was the goodbye, but now here's the competition towards the bottom side. A couple of pokes here and there. XQ needs to keep delivering this damage to try to keep them in their place. He's being really nice, but the Heavy Set comes in. Pretty great stuff. Force on the eject button as well. Now they're currently getting the defense buff from the goal post as well. But will it still be enough? Unite moves are committed here. They managed to get all the way to the back line. There's no more form of escape for XQ here, and he will be fall and picked off.
Oh man, even all that, if you Unite has been committed as well. It was unfortunate, Inteleon actually pops it out, but that still gets cleared out just before he's able to actually utilize it to its best abilities. Meanwhile, both sides decide to engage at the bottom lane, and Gambu tried to do a little bit invasion here in a wild Pokemon area on the left side of the match, which is going to be on the side of Team Rise. But it seems that TeamMYS is back for more. Look at this movements coming up from their team members at the current moment. Bottom lane is definitely the place to be at this current moment. Now this Rock Tomb for this Crossel is just annoying. From time to time, it's been screening out and separating the team members from TeamMYS, which sometimes forces their hand. So that's why they're actually having this really good gapping between one another, because they can't afford to actually all be trapped there. If not, you'll be forced to actually utilize reject to actually escape, or if you don't have any abilities, then you're going to be in trouble.
But like I said, you know, like just like the first game so far, TeamMYS has always been the one initiative for this. They don't want to give them any choice to decide if a team ride. But I guess once they jump to the base, Rumble Ross also committed as well, but they did get cancelled midway. But still, decent amount of shielding will just keep it nice and well before the next big fight.
It's still not done yet. Of course, they're going to be screening out the team members from Team Rise on the left outpost side here, while they're creating the Swablu and Altaria family on the bottom side here. Yet another Rock to try to screen off the team members here. And of course, recovery. Meanwhile, a little bit scored by Lapras on the top side. He's not able to actually make it here. And opening here for the Aspeon to secure that last hit on Registeel. And of course, it is going to be the takedown on the Mimikyu as well. This is going to be the win that we're looking for. This application above attack and special attack is definitely what they are chasing out. Team Rise coming back from the ashes here. They're making a turn around at this bottom lane, Leonard.
No, that is perfect. They got so much intel. Inteleon, like XQ popping his Unite move, they spotted the whole area and realized, oh, okay, Lapras is still not around. It is a 5v4, and they're so close together. And best part, this Garchomp, Dev was able to get all the way to the backline on top of the Mimikyu, and that snipe shot absolutely insane. And the Rock Tomb to make things even more worse, as he will deny Ariel and his route of escapes. More KOs, more objective being secured, and literally having an absolute wall. But what's even crazier, Flavor? Before that big team fight, they secured the Registeel. That bonus damage and special attack buff is absolutely pivotal for these guys to really go for pickups.
Oh man, TeamMYS, they need to regroup. They need to have a proper communication with one another, how they want to approach. Oh, Mimikyu is stuck! HD! The slide is not able. He managed to juke down here, but he's being chased by the village members of Team Rise. And it seems that they are able to actually clear him out here at the bottom lane. No assistance, no form of support coming up from the team members of TeamMYS over there. Bodies dropping one by one, Leonard. What is happening here to TeamMYS?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying, right? Is that scaling naturally by time. Time is literally on the hands of Team Rise as long as they play their cards right. And they managed to do it as well in such a perfect manner. Look at the levels coming in for the rest of the squad. All three damage dealers are currently level 13, slowly making their way there to get the enhanced moves from level 14. And that's where things gets a little bit very scary. Massive amount of damage. I'm concerned whether they can really withstand the damage or try to deliver those kind of damage, because you don't really have the best of dive except for the Lapras Express. But then again, a beautiful initiation was able to catch two of the main people here, many of the cores, but they're now diving into the mix as well. They don't want the defenders. They want to bypass all the tanks, all the walls, as they go straight for the cores. 4 will fall, and guess what, Flavor? Recourse has spawned!
Oh yeah, that's it. And of course, making it a 5v1 situation, the only one available here on side Team Rise is going to be the Crossel. Will the team members of Team Rise be able to actually make it in time here at the pit to actually provide any form of damage here? And it seems that's secure. It's going to be inside TeamMYS. All that build up by Team Rise going down the drain over here with that encounter just by the nick of time when Rayquaza actually appears here at the central area of the Thea Sky Ruins. And of course, rather going for any form of scoring, TeamMYS, you know what? For them right now, they don't have to do any form of scoring. Let's go back to defense. 1 minute and 8 seconds on the clock. The points are still close, Leonard. There's still a possibility of a turnaround happening over here. But Yang going behind back lines, getting reduced movement speed due to the speed flux here from behind. Gets chased down by Luna to get the AXQ. How did that miss? But anyway, still trying to go for a little bit of scoring possibly, or just trying to buy time for his teammates. Follow me being used up as well, getting chased, getting sandwiched between 3 Pokemons, and then they realize that we can't leave him alone. He has 46 points here. If he scores a little bit more, it's going to be even more troublesome for them. 35 seconds here on the clock.
Although yes, unfortunately, Clefable did lose the Rayquaza shield. It's going to take some time before he dunked it at a huge amount of points, but it doesn't matter. The rest of they're currently in lead until the points. They're playing full defense, all holding the line here like the Battle of Thermopylae here, denying any form of access or any potential back cap from the side of a TeamMYS. All is lost. 10 seconds counting down. TeamMYS still staying alive. 2 wins in a row in the lower brackets here as they make their way forward to go toe-to-toe with the one team here. Oh my god. I'm so baffled, man. It's like such literally all stars align. That's all I can really say. All stars align as the positioning as they really ran into the actual players, the actual Pokemon trainers they needed to target, the people that they really needed to control, to get on top on as well. Although yes, we slightly saw it a little bit too late as the observer did pan down a little bit slightly from the central area to the bottom path, right? But from what we saw was the fact that TeamMYS was given a golden opportunity to catch the Italian. The Crosser did what he did. He did what he has to. He's still an amazing defender. But like I said, they don't have to focus him. Yeah. They have the ability to just go all the way to the back line and just chase down XQ.
Oh yeah, they were adamant about it. They chased down the AXQ. Like, I remember when Indala AXQ was popping up with the Unite as well. He tried to make an escape all the way, and then he lashed out to one of the walls. And it was not enough. Sylveon was still chasing him all the way to the end.
It's the worst possible time to actually be taken down, right? Like, literally,
they needed him there. They needed him.
No, like everyone fell. 4 people gone.
Yeah, that was.
Except the Crustle. Everyone fell because of that huge panic, right? That unintentional force fight. I think even for TeamMYS also was just a little bit surprised, like, oh, okay, maybe we can try to catch 2 of these guys and force a fight. That pressure was enough for them to really get those finishers. And it's like 1 minute and 40 seconds, by the way.
Oh man, yeah.
I saw it too late. I thought it was great. They managed to get a pick up format. I wanted to go check the timer, what time it was.
Look at this. Look at this. Good sportsmanship.